I never thought we'd go from sisters to strangers. But life took my best friend, Ada, and me down different paths. And it all started the day we made our wishes under the big mango tree in the village. Ada and I grew up together, running through the fields and sharing everything, from our food to our secrets. She was like a sister, the one person who understood me completely. We both dreamed of leaving the village, of making something of ourselves. Ada wanted to go to the city to become a nurse. She'd always had this gentle way about her, always caring for the little kids when they scraped their knees. Me, I wanted to travel, to see the world beyond the dusty roads and farms. I wanted to learn to make clothes, beautiful ones that people would remember. One evening, we sat under the mango tree, talking about what we wanted from life. Ada looked at me, her face serious, and said, "Promise me, Neka, that no matter what, we'll always come back to each other." I laughed and promised. We were sure we'd always be close, no matter where life took us. But things changed after we both left the village. Ada went to Lagos, where she got into nursing school. I went to Ibadan, where I found an apprenticeship with a tailor who taught me the art of sewing and designing clothes. At first, we wrote letters every week. Ada would tell me about her studies, how hard it was, and how crowded Lagos felt. I'd write back about the people I met and the new fabrics I worked with. Those letters felt like home. Then, one day, the letters stopped. I didn't get a reply from Ada for weeks. I worried, but I told myself maybe she was busy with exams or maybe the post was slow. I tried not to think too much about it. Months passed, and still, nothing from Ada. I would sometimes walk by the big mango tree when I visited the village, hoping that somehow she'd appear, as if she could sense that I was waiting for her. But she didn't come. One day, I heard from a mutual friend that Ada was still in Lagos. She was working double shifts at a hospital to help her family, who'd fallen on hard times. I wanted to go see her, to be there for her. But I didn't have the money to travel, and I was also working hard to make a name for myself. I kept thinking, once I'm settled, I'll go see her. But days turned to months, and then to years. Eventually, I opened a small shop in Ibadan. I thought about Ada often, and I still hoped that one day, we'd both return to the village and laugh about how far we'd come. But one year, when I finally had enough money and decided to go find her, it was too late. I went to the address I had, but Ada didn't live there anymore. The neighbors said she had moved after her father's passing. No one knew where she had gone. I stood there, feeling a cold emptiness settle over me. I realized then that we had truly lost each other, and there was no promise that could bring her back. Now, every time I visit the village, I go to that mango tree and sit, remembering the girl who was once my closest friend. Life had taken us far from each other, and it left me wondering how we let go of the promise we made.